Good evening, everybody. I would like to open up the regular business meeting of the Board of Education, Franklin Township Public Schools, Board Administration Campus All-Purpose Room. Today is Thursday, February 26, 2026. The time is 6:33. Brian, can we do roll call?
Mr. DeMeglio. Mr. Grippo. Here. Dr. Hopkins.
Here.
Mr. Nocencio. Ms. Maris.
Here.
Mr. Parker. Ms. Rafiq.
Here.
Ms. Welch. Ms. Wilson.
Here.
You have a quorum.
Also, can you read the open public meeting act statement?
In accordance with the Open Public Meeting Act, Public Law 1975, Chapter 231, Sunshine Law, copies of this public meeting notice were sent to the Courier News, the Home News Tribune, the Star Ledger, the Franklin Reporter, Tap into Franklin Township, Franklin Township Clerk Manager, District Schools, Offices and Associations, PTO Presidents, and posted on the district website.
All right. The Board of Education of Franklin Township School System in the County of Somerset adjourned into a closed session meeting to discuss the items which fall within an exception of our open meeting policy and permits the board to have a private discussion since it deals with specific exceptions contained in NJAA 10-4-12B. Be it resolved that the board would now go into private sessions to discuss matters rendered confidential by individual privacies and attorney-client privileges. Any discussion held by the board which need not remain confidential will be made public as soon as practical. Minutes of the private session will not be disclosed until the need for confidentiality no longer exists. All appropriate persons who may be discussed in a private session have been adequately notified. Can I have a motion to move into?
So moved.
Second.
So moved by Bill, seconded by Mahir. We are into executive session. We are back from executive session. Today, once again, is February 26th. The time is 7:42. Be it resolved, the board will, any discussion held by the board which need not remain confidential will be made public as soon as practical. Minutes of the private session would not be disclosed until the need for confidentiality no longer exists. All appropriate persons who may be discussed in private session have been adequately notified. Now we are going to move to the Pledge of Allegiance. Jennifer, can you lead us on that one? Oh, where's the flag? All right, traditionally the flag is over here, so let's look at I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. All right. Clara, can you read the mission statement for us?
Franklin Township Public Schools embraces its diversity, fosters excellent educational innovation, and empowers all students to achieve to their highest potential.
Thank you. Can I have a motion for action to adopt the agenda?
I move that we adopt the agenda.
Okay. So moved by Lori,
Second.
seconded by Clara. All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? All right. Now we are going to move into our student representative report, but Before I ask the ladies to speak, this is the last meeting that our 2025 and 2026 student liaison representative will be joining us. On behalf of the Board of Education, I would like to thank the Franklin Warriors, Dati Shaw Street, and Heidi Vera for filling us in on what is happening at Franklin High School this year. And before leaving though, since you're graduating, I would like to give you the opportunity to tell us what's in your future. And state your name so the public would know.
My name is Dorothy Sastry, and I applied as a bio major. I haven't committed to the school yet, but hopefully soon.
Good.
Very good. All right. So we're gonna give the new upcoming reps a chance to introduce themselves. So yeah, and give us what's new at Franklin High.
Hello, my name is Aileen. I'm a sophomore at Franklin High School. And
Hello, my name is Emily. I am a sophomore at Franklin High School.
All right. All right.
And here are some of the things going on at FHS. The students below received awards at the Boston University Model UN Nations Conference on February 5th through 9th, 2026, held in Boston, Massachusetts. Emeka Zubel and Sarah Pawar for the Best Delegate, Kara Barut for Best Delegate, Pranav Satish for Best Delegate, Arjun Shah and Leo Patel for Outstanding Delegate, Himanshu Singh, Outstanding Delegate, Jayan Shah, Honorable Mention, Ahana Parikh, Honorable Mention, Michael Gardiner, Honorable Mention, and Ishan Shea, Diplomatic Mention, and finally, Faye Shah and Karine Herrera Aplazar for Diplomatic Commendation.
All right. And before leaving, ladies, I know Mary may want to take a photo of our outgoing rep, and I do have a certificate for you.
Are you
Let's go
done?
take it.
Were you finished?
Yes. Let's go
Oh, she
take it.
wasn't done. She wasn't done.
Oh, I'm sorry. You wasn't done.
That's why I said, are you done? She wasn't done. Go ahead. Sorry.
Sorry.
the class of 2029 is raising for their senior events with a Double Good Popcorn sale March 9th to the 13th. The QR code is in the 2029 Google Classroom page.
The tickets are on sale for senior events. Info is in the class of 2026 Google Classroom.
The National Honor Society welcomed 47 new members last week. With almost 140 members total, our chapter continues to provide community service to FHS and the larger Franklin Township community, tutor students in a variety of subject areas, and continue to develop character and leadership skills through various activities.
The student government is still fundraising for the NJSCA State Charity Canine Response Crisis.
And finally, this morning, 688 students were recognized for achieving honor roll, distinguished honor roll, and principal's honor roll at the marking period 2 honor roll assembly. That means 33% of the student body at FHS has an average of 80% and higher. Thank you, guys.
All right. All right. Now, Mary, let's get this photo.
Okay, if everybody can come out in front of the desk, I've got a picture of you guys at the board. Okay, some of you come on that side.
All right, to finish up this report, I'm sorry, I'm jumping the gun. All right, let's, go to now we on to the presentation. No, it's not. I'm sorry. Now we on to the, presentation. The FY 2020-25 audit presentation by Mr. Stephen Fry.
How you doing, folks? Stephen Freed, School Business Administrator. I'm just going to quickly read off what the audit findings were from the FY25 financial audit. We received an unmodified opinion on the audit report, which is the best opinion you can get, so it's a clean bill of health. But there are typically findings that they have that they comment on, and I'm required by statute to read them all publicly and have it be noted in the minutes, so that's what I'll do. Finding number one is related to school food service, and that's that the district reviewed procedures to ensure that net cash resources in the food service fund do not exceed 3 months average expenditures. Comment two is financial accounting and reporting. That's that the payroll agency account be properly analyzed each month, matching to the bank reconciliation, and only funds owed to various payroll-related agencies be maintained on account. Number three, financial accounting and reporting, that the district implement controls to ensure all journal entries are accurately made to the accounting records on a timely basis. And four, student body activities, that's that the district improve controls over the reconciliation of student activity bank accounts. So last year we had 6 comments, so we're down to 4. The goal is always 0, but you know, could be worse. This isn't that bad. Any questions, guys?
Lauren,
No questions, thank you.
Bill,
Oh, good.
there,
No, none, thank you.
Claire,
None.
Nick,
No.
Erica.
No.
Thank you for that presentation.
All right.
All right, we are, next we are moving to the Warrior NexTech Academy. Mr. Eric Siegal and Miss Amy. Doctor, I'm sorry. Mr. Waller.
Good evening, Dr. Hopkins, Dr. Avali, and fellow board members. I feel like I'm really short right now. Okay, we are excited to share with you a little bit about the Warrior NexTech Academy. My name is Amy Arsiwala, Supervisor of Instructional Technology and co-lead on this initiative.
And my name is Eric Siegal, the Supervisor of Science, Work-Based Learning, and Right to Know. And I'd like to thank Dr. Avali and Dr. Hopkins and the board for giving Amy and me a chance to explain to you and the greater Franklin community this new initiative. The Warrior NexTech Academy, and here's the elevator pitch. It's a middle school STEM academy that focuses on project-based learning, immersive technology, and career readiness. Or said another way, if yours is the child that would take apart every appliance in your house to see what the inside looked like, they're interested and fascinated by AI and coding and how a small cell phone can seemingly send a signal around the world, this may be something new for you to consider.
Okay, we're going to start off with sharing a promotional video for you, and special thanks to Mr. Pinex for creating it.
So what makes this academy special? Project-based digital learning, but what would that mean in an English class? If you're learning Macbeth and the character Lady Macbeth, what her motivations and fears are, but then you learn how to design a chatbot to respond to questions and prompts as if it were Lady Macbeth. In real-world connections, in the 6th grade science curriculum, we have waves. Sound is a wave of air. By learning about amplitude and frequency, and then using Audacity's AI tool, you'll learn the very skills and content you would to be a DJ, a musician, or a proficient person in sound engineering. And then we have around the corner a large international tech company called SHI, who we've partnered with and collaborated with, and who was willing to send us their scientists and engineers to be mentors to our students, so our students can understand what it is and takes to be a technologist or a computer scientist. Interdisciplinary connections and 21st century skills, the ability to work with others that may not share your perspective or history, but to come together, unite around a common challenging problem. And then of course, we say immersive technologies, but what we really mean are toys. Our students will have access to and use some of the most advanced technology available to consumers, which my co-lead, Dr. Arsiwala, will explain in greater detail. So what does it mean to be in an academy model? Your home school becomes Hamilton Street. All academy students, we bus in the morning to Hamilton Street and we'll return to you in the afternoon from Hamilton Street. The 4 core courses, math, ELA, science, and social studies, will have embedded in them extras. Lessons from Intel and from technology companies that speak to technology. But even if you're in the academy, you still have access to every elective that any other student would have the ability to take. And although the core courses will be with only other academy kids, the students will be mixed in with their peers for lunch, and gym, and the other electives.
Okay, so just to expand on the curriculum a little bit more, we were fortunate that with our partnership with SHI, that they were able to connect us with Intel, and Intel provided us with Intel skills for innovation lessons. So it's a huge library of lessons that are core subject matter that tie in, as Eric had mentioned, the technology skills and the computer science skills embedded into those lessons. And these lessons are used globally, which is exciting. And then alongside that, we're working on building an immersive lab where the students can actually work with these lessons and build those project-based skills and just create and build. So a little bit more about the immersive lab. So 2 parts, the immersive lab, the space, we're working on furniture that will allow for that collaborative learning, flexible seating, hands-on learning, building and creating, and future-ready skills. And as Eric had mentioned, just with a couple of the lessons like Lady Macbeth and making a chatbot, there's lessons such as like a math lesson that I want to share that was pretty cool on like how to take a coordinate grid and build a city that's accessible. So there's a lot of that real world application, but also problem solving. And then alongside that, offering in this immersive lab, those cutting edge technologies such as the VR glasses, drones, 3D printing, and then new iMacs. And just a little bit of a mock design that we've been working on is what a potential the lab may look like. So as you can see, the flexible seating, spaces for where you might be using those VR glasses, lounge chairs, just a space where students are excited to learn and collaborate and work together. But then you can bring all those tables together and present with the whole group as well.
And here's just to make sure everyone's aware of the efforts Amy and me have done with our colleagues to make sure students and parents and stakeholders understand what this new initiative is. The staff has been made aware. We have a curriculum development team already in progress. Amy and me attended the middle school curriculum night, which was a great success. So thank you to Mrs. Solomon and Ms. Allen for putting that together. We've started to attend PTSO meetings, and next Wednesday will be with Ms. Riga and her President's Council to also explain to leaders in the community this new initiative. Every 5th grade student will hear directly from Amy and me in 7 5th grade assemblies across the district exactly what this is and what it means. And then we've scheduled a parent night on March 11th, which we advertised by phone blast on the website. An hour, and 1.5 hour part will have translation services so all community members have access to the information.
And just a little bit about the enrollment as well. There's 2 ways to sign up. We'll have sign up through a Google form via email that we'll send out to parents and guardians, as well as a paper sign up that we will send to all 5th graders as well with the enrollment period. And we just want to thank everyone for their time, and a special thanks to Dr. Valley for his vision on this. He came up with an idea and shared it with us, connected us with SHI. Not only Eric and myself, but all the colleagues, our administrative team, were so excited about it, and we just ran with it. And Dr. Valley, Dr. Loughran, have been so supportive for us to keep working and, finding the time to build this academy.
Question. Let's start with Jennifer. Any questions?
How many students are you hoping for the first cohort?
That's 75.
Thanks.
That's it, Jennifer. Laura.
I didn't have any questions, but I think it looks really awesome. Thank you very much for the presentation and the work to put it all together.
Bill.
So this is truly amazing. And the public, the people who question our school system, if you've been here before, you've heard this speech. The people who question our school system and go on Facebook and say, I don't know if I should send my kid to Franklin, blah, 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 all that nonsense. They need to learn about this. And I'm hoping our friends at the Franklin Reporter, they do such a great job. I hope they do a live stream with you guys, because this is what we need to show people, that there's an opportunity for gifted and people who really want to kids that really want to challenge themselves. So the question that Jennifer just asked, how many can you take? 75. What's SHI's role in terms of their personnel assisting you? Is this something that could go over to Sampson? Because 75 is not a big number for about 1,500 students in the middle schools. What do you think?
So we're starting with the 6th grade class as the first cohort, and every year from there it's going to grow. So in 3 years it would be 75 in every grade level. The average class size is about 550, so it would be 75, Mr. Grippo at 550. And we're starting with one cohort to build and learn and adjust, and then grow from there, all the way through the high school, eventually.
Yeah, I mean, you're going to, future scientists, astronauts, pilots, and people like that are going to come out of this program because they're going to be inspired. That's what we're here for. That's why we're on the Board of Ed, and you do what you do. Thank you.
No, thank you. And just to add, the connection with SHI, they really helped to build partnerships such as Intel. And being that they're right here in Somerset, they have the ability to do field trips. They have an AI lab. They have, I forgot what the other technology lab is, but they have some resources which they can support, and we can have students visit or even just bring leaders in the industry to the school to present.
Yeah, this is really great. Thank you.
Here.
Thank you for the presentation. I think this is a wonderful initiative, and it's planting the seed for those students that are interested and just to flourish within that. So, yeah, looking forward to it. Thank you.
Clara.
Thank you for putting all this together. It's a great opportunity, and I know some students are very excited to possibly be entered into the academy.
Nick.
Thanks very much for putting the presentation together. I don't have any questions. I think it's going to work out very nicely. Thank you so much.
Thanks so much. It's great. It sounds like a great opportunity. What are the qualifications? Like, how will you decide based on the application? Like, what are you looking for? How will you make the determination?
Great question. We work with our supervisor of equity and inclusion. The primary source of placement will come from student interest. Students are taking a student interest survey, and then there'll be a criteria because it's math, and then after that, a lottery.
Thank you.
You stole my question. But anyway, once the students are identified, I guess they are locked in for the whole year if they choose to opt out. How does that work?
We do have an option for opting out in the early stages because we don't want them to be in the program for half the year and then decide. So we have a plan in place for that as well.
It was well put together, and like Bill said, you are challenging and moving this district forward. So thank you.
Absolutely.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I just want to congratulate both Eric and Amy. I also want to congratulate all the secondary supervisors and other supervisors, K through 12, who played part of this. Discussions started early on, back last spring, went into the summer. And what you have to know about Dr. Arsiwala and, or I'll just say Amy and Eric, what you have to know about Amy and Eric is they took this on. So we were all meeting with SHI, meeting with Intel as a larger group. And one day the two of them appeared in our office, Dan and my office, and said, I think in order to keep this moving forward and continue to shape this initiative and meet our timelines, we really need somebody to lead. And I said, well, that sounds good to me. How are we going to go about that? And they said, no, that's why we're here. We're here because we want to take this on. And believe me, they're busy people. We're a big district, and they're both K-12 supervisors. And they have staff, and they have observations, and they have all the other things. But they came to us and took this on. And it's been yeoman's work. It's been a big lift. I recognize that. But we appreciate it. We are so far from where we were back in July, right, Dan? Maybe June, whenever it was we first came together. And we are so far down the road, thanks to your leadership, that I wanted to make sure the world knew that a lot of what you saw tonight, and there's much more, by the way. This is just what they could describe in a short period of time. There is a lot of thought and effort that went into this, and that took good leadership, and you guys did a great job. And I know there's more to come, so thank you.
Yeah.
Dr. Ravelli, thank you for saying all the things that I wanted to say, except I will add that, and I think probably long overdue, I think Dr. Arsiwala and Mr. Siegal, since I've known him, has gathered his colleagues together whenever we're talking about grading profiles, AP consistency, all those thorny things that can kind of allow ambiguity and confusion to happen. Mr. Siegal has always pulled us together and can we just have a lunch and talk this through and straighten it all out? He's done that for years as an unsung kind of leader within the department. And Dr. Amy Arsiwala running all of our instructional technology. She got Chromebooks, and then there's the teaching and learning. And as you said, adding this on top of all of what they do, just incredible work. And I just want to add my voice to that. I am very grateful for your work. It was kind of a big, grand idea in the summer that we really needed to hone and shape, and you guys have really done that. So thank you so much. Appreciate you.
Dennis?
I think we're on to another presentation.
Oh, he's still talking, I'm sorry. When I was at school boards in October, I went by SHI's booth. I picked up a card, and I said, I'm from Franklin Township. And the lady said, oh, we're doing this great program with you guys. We're so excited. They were like really cheerleaders for this. I didn't know that much about it, but it was inspiring to meet them at the New Jersey School Boards Conference.
I was there with you, Bill. But anyway, Dr. Dan, you're up.
All right, thank you. And Dr. Arsiwala, please don't leave because we're going to talk about you again in a second. So I wanted to share with the board about this tremendous work that has been done on behalf of the teachers in the district, where a group of teachers really stepped forward, sort of like what we just heard from Eric and Amy, and really benefited the rest of us. So I appreciate that I was able to share with you guys a little bit, and that we're going to share and thank some of our colleagues tonight. But I wanted to point out the second goal, and this was similar to previous year's goals for the Board of Ed, is recognize, nurture, and invest in talent within our district by providing high quality, personalized professional development that reflects current and emerging educational needs, including technological advancements and leadership preparation. A group of us within the supervisor and director ranks have been talking for years. We've surveyed our staff for years, and we're always looking to improve professional development. And 2 years ago, I guess that's January 2025, one of our surveys again confirmed that there are 3 things that teachers are really looking for. The mic's out, but hands-on, movement-based professional learning opportunities. Yeah. Give me that one. We're back. Thank you, boss. Collaborative professional learning opportunities and self-paced independent learning opportunities. This is what our staff were asking us for with professional development. What they didn't want is to bring in one person, one size fits all, and lecture to you and have it not feel relevant. So we really listened and said, what can we do to create the possibility of giving our staff what they need and what they deserve? And a team of us, and we'll talk about them in a second, came up with really a beautiful acronym, UNITE. And UNITE stands for Understanding Learners Through Data-Informed and Culturally Responsive Practices, Nurturing a Reflective and Collaborative Professional Culture, Innovating with Strategies that Drive Student Engagement and Achievement, Transforming Teaching Through Continuous Growth and Equity-Centered Action, and Empowering Educators and Students to Reach Their Full Potential. Those first 4 letters, U, N, I, and T, actually align with the 4 domains in Danielson. And what we did was we engaged all staff members, school counselors, teachers, child study team members, in offering, micro-learning isn't the right word, but small, personalized, direct learning opportunities that we could sign up for and choose, so that there's a big menu of choices. It took so much coordination, so much planning. Our team of leaders, many of whom are here, spent countless hours every Wednesday afternoon from 2:45 to 3:45 and beyond, planning, organizing so that all of our teachers could sign up and then avail themselves to this PD, which we have some of the presenters here with us tonight. But we ended up having some amazing professional learning opportunities, like enhancing problem solving through schema-based instruction, or understanding trauma and becoming a self-healing community, or the kindergarten connection, teaching hearts and minds, and many, many other choices. Couple of pictures here. I have more, but I didn't quite get them on the PowerPoint for tonight, but if you want more, I could send you a lot more. We then reflected on the experience from this year, and we've already made plans to improve upon what was received very well from staff. We got high ratings for the project, and we're looking to do this again next year. And as you can see here, we had 91 different people involved in presenting PD to our colleagues. Again, a small group is here tonight, but a lot of folks participated, and I just want to say I really appreciate the work of all the presenters. Our teachers, this was uncompensated. This was teachers digging into their professional learning that they received at other PDs It was time over the summer planning, and then a little bit of time that we're able to create during the school year, but not a lot. So it was really a generous lift for everyone and sort of lifted all the boats and helped us just have a tremendous experience. So we wanted to thank, some of the teachers told me that they could be here tonight, some of the leaders. And if there are others who I don't call, make sure you tell me because I have a certificate for everyone on these slides. But I'd like to call up the handful that are able to be here tonight. And that would be Dr. Amy Arsiwala, if you can come on up. Thank you. Corey Cohen, if you can come join us. Kimberly Fromay. Hi, Kim. Holly, I think, could not be here tonight. Holly Harris-Vidal is another person. Matthew Kostavny, are you here? Matthew, all right, thank you, Matthew. Christelle May Manuag, thank you, Christelle. Sharonda Martin. Marabella Miller. Yay! Grace Nasruddin. I hope I said your last name properly. And Giselle Perez, is she here tonight? Okay, Giselle. And Darren Plummer. And I will say, Darren Plummer, Amy Arsiwala, Corey Cohen, the folks that were on that slide, just kudos to them for having the vision and for making us stick to that schedule and working so hard. I wonder, can they come up and shake your hand and we just say thank you to our teachers who are here tonight? Can we do that? We'll take a picture too. Come on up, let's take a picture. Go. There's the Thank you.
No, thank you.
Thank you. Appreciate you. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. Good to see you. Thank you, Grace. Nice to meet you in real life. I know. Thank you, everybody. Way to go, Bree. Oh no, you're always late.
All right, folks, we had some great presentations that was given to us. But now we're gonna move on to the superintendent report.
Yeah, and I'll keep it brief. I know it's getting late. Snow day update as of today. Our calendar remains on track. And I know we've had a lot of snow, but I wanted to make sure that folks know our calendar has been unaltered. We have used 3 of our built-in snow days, and that's all we had. So far we're good. We hope the weather stays clear through the spring, and we get to spring break, which is that really first week in April, and then hopefully we'll be fine, which will mean our current school calendar would be unaffected. I do want to take the opportunity to say many thanks to our custodial and maintenance staff for their hard work in keeping our campus safe and accessible this past week. It was no easy lift. I think we all know and all experienced how difficult this particular storm was, especially with the weight of the snow that fell. So thank you to our custodial and maintenance staff once again for the amazing job. Thanks to Dr. Loughran and all those folks who participated in PD Pathways. What an amazing program. We talked a lot about that. I had the opportunity to walk around while I watched our staff present to their colleagues, and there was a lot of enthusiasm, a lot of good stuff being shared, and to watch our teachers step up as leaders and share important
information and strategies with their colleagues that can be generalized to their own classroom. Absolutely amazing. So thank you. Thank you all for that effort. The audit report earlier this evening, you heard from our school business administrator, Mr. Freed, regarding this year's audit. Thank you, Stephen. Thank you to your staff. It's hard work in managing through that process. Again, this is a big district, a lot of moving parts. It's a big budget. And we run all of our own departments, meaning we have our own cafeteria, we have our own maintenance and custodial staff, and where they may be vendored out in other places. So that adds to the process. So as I truly believe, as Mr. Freed said, as he continues to settle in to his role here in Franklin, I'm confident that we'll continue to see good progress and even further reductions in the audit findings in years ahead. So congratulations, great job, Stephen. The March board meeting, due to the delay in the governor's budget address, now scheduled for March 10th. Typically that comes the last week in February, but with a new governor, there is a delay, and then with the latest legislation, there's even a further delay. The governor is going to have until March 10th to address the state and deliver her budget address. For that reason, the Board of Education has decided to postpone its March 17th meeting, because obviously we wouldn't have all the information we needed and timely enough in order to make adjustments to the budget, because we do not get important financial information, including our state aid figures, until after that budget, a few days after that budget address is delivered. So the March agenda typically has the tentative fiscal year 27 school budget, or the next year's school budget, on it to be tentatively approved and submitted to the county for their review. Since that will be on the agenda, we'll need the additional week. And the new March meeting date selected by the board is March 24th, which is exactly 1 week later than what it was initially planned for. That then gives us the time after the tentative budget presentation to make any adjustments necessary, because later that week, that tentative budget needs to be submitted to the executive county superintendent, and they make ours first, because we're one of the bigger ones, we're one of the bigger districts in the Somerset County. So that will give us all plenty of time. So March 24th, now with the new law the way it is, that'll be posted on the website in our public notices section of our website. But I'm making sure to say it here. The meeting will be March 24th. That's it for us. Thanks.
Thank you, Dr. Rivali. And before I give my report, I want to thank all of those who came out tonight. First up this evening is a special invitation for all district stakeholders to meet with the representatives of the Strategic Exemplary Alliances, SEA, the firm conducting the search for our next superintendent. Information on 2 public forums is posted on our website in the About Us section. There will be a virtual forum on Thursday, March 5th, 2026, from 7 to 8:30. And then an in-person session at Sampson G. Smith campus of the Franklin Middle School on Monday, March 13th, 2026, again from 7 to 8:30. If you cannot attend one of those meetings but would like to share your thoughts on the hiring of the next superintendent, there is also a link on our website to a survey where you can provide your input. Just in, our Franklin High School's dance team ended their 2025-2026 competition season, becoming the New Jersey Cheerleading and Dance Coaches Association state champs in the high school varsity game day. So kudos to them. This is another way that separates us from just an average district. Finally, I am proud to report our school district has been selected as the recipient of the 2026 Greatest Somerset County YMCA Community Partners Spirit Award. We value our partnership with the Greater Somerset County Y as they supply our young students with supervision before and after school, as well as provide other health and wellness programs. Erica and I will represent the board. Dr. Vivali will be there also. And at the award ceremony in April, and wish to thank the Y for this award. And that ends my board president report. So we're gonna move on. I make a motion to move into comments from the public, 5 minutes only. Okay, so move.
Seconded.
Seconded by Jimmy. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
All right, and this is on agenda items only. And once you step up to the mic, please state your name, address, and what part of the agenda you are referring to. And also, in front of you, to your right, Dr. Solomon has a timer. We don't want to be rude, but we want everybody to be heard in a timely fashion. So be aware of the timer, and once your time is up, time is up. Thank you.
Just writing my question, hold on. Hi, my name is Deborah Zavatsky, 1935 Old Amwell Road. My question tonight, based on the agenda, was the Warrior NexTech Academy. First, I want to thank Eric and Amy for doing a great presentation. For those that know me in the district, I love this category, and I am feeling very, very blessed that it's coming to our school and our district. Our students are they'll be fortunate to have it. My concern and my questions stem around when it's going to happen at SGS. I see this is happening at Hamilton Road School, and although I don't have students at that age level, I think I'm speaking on behalf of all the parents that are in the district that have students at that age level, because when we split the middle schools, we always said that it is one campus, even though it's two schools. But here I clearly see the differential, and I want to hear how you are creating a one district campus with the middle schools when this program is only happening at Hamilton Road School. Thank you.
We will give you an answer at the end.
Thank you.
Anybody else for agenda items only?
Seeing no one, Mr. President, I move to close the public session.
So moved by Bill.
Second.
Seconded by Bahir. All in favor?
Aye.
All right, Dr. Vivali.
Yeah, thanks. And thanks for the question, Deborah. That actually will help us to clarify. So it is all students, any fifth grade student, whether you are slated to attend SGS or you're slated to attend HSC, will be eligible for the program. HSC will be the host of the program. The space is available there. The lab will be available there. So it doesn't matter where you're zoned, zone meaning what school you're assigned to. If you choose to be part of the program, you'll attend HSC to be part of the academy. So, with transportation, right. So there is no difference, if you will, because it's open to both students.
Thank you, Dr. Rivali. All right, we are now moving to committee and liaison reports. Let's see here. All right, let's jump this into now with the reports. Let's keep it summarize it since we had these presentation. Anything that is have any meat into your committee meetings, let's share this with the board and the public. So let's start with facilities. Bill, what you have for us? Bill?
Yeah, safety?
No, facilities.
Facilities, yeah, hold on. Find that. Where is it? Oh, here it is. All right, we had
So we had a power-packed facilities meeting this week. Mr. Freed, and Mr. Bonanno and Dr. Rivali and Ryan Ellis, very supportive. We got an update on the Zoo 4 project. Had no change orders this month. The chiller project updates, Mr. Ortiz gave the committee project updates about the chiller replacement projects at Franklin High School and Franklin Park School. We discussed and approved a number of facility use requests. And SSP Architects presented a list of construction projects related to a proposed bond referendum. The committee discussed projects that are possible on the burner for the future, things that need to be replaced and upgraded. And then exciting news from Mr. Ellis about the status of the Claremont solar system and the income that's being projected by the solar panels and future growth of the solar panels in the district is becoming quite an exciting project. So it was a good meeting and a lot to follow. Thank you. I'm sorry my computer was on the blink.
No worries.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, it's a lot of things, good things coming out of facilities today. And going into the future, there's a lot going on there. So thank you, Bill. Strategic planning, Erica.
Yes. The Ad Hoc Strategic Plan Committee met on Monday, February 9th. Present were myself, Erica Inocencio, Nicholas DeMiglio, Clara Wilfin, Dr. Hopkins, as well as Dr. Rivali and Mary Clark. The meeting began at 7:15. New members of the Strategic Plan Committee were welcomed. The committee reviewed a presentation on updates to the strategic plan, the progress since the last update in the fall of 2025. The update will be posted on the website following tonight's board meeting. Updates since fall of 2025. The next update will be on in June of 2026. Meeting ended at 7:37 p.m. Respectfully submitted.
Thank you, Erica. Mahir with policy.
Yeah, good evening. The policy subcommittee met virtually on Monday, February 9th. The meeting started at 5:34. In attendance were policy committee members Mary Clark, Bill Grippo, Dennis Hopkins, John Rivali, Clara Wilson, and myself. The committee reviewed and discussed revisions to 2 regulations and 1 related policy previously approved by the board. Regulation 1570, related to internal controls, is on Agenda Exhibit A11, which is to expand procedural detail to ensure business office operations align with the board's goals and comply with the administrative codes. 2, removal of outdated references to expired deadlines. 3, to add specific administrative code citations. Regulation 2535, library materials, a new regulation, Agenda Exhibit 812, which relates to details of the procedure the district must follow for handling compliance submitted by individuals with a vested interest requesting removal of materials from any of the district school libraries. And lastly, Policy 2530 relating to resource materials, Agenda Exhibit 810. Revision to this policy includes to remove text references to particular resource materials now governed under Regulation 2535, which was adopted by the board in December 2025. This concluded our meeting, adjourning at 6 p.m., February 9th, 2026. In addition, I'd like to report my activities from the last board meeting in January. I met with Mrs. Solomon at SGS Middle School. She gave me a tour of the school and introduced me to the staff. Also attended SGS Middle School's fabulous production of SpongeBob. Franklin Township Warrior Beautiful Gala. And then newly elected the BOE training, Governance 1, which was a mandatory training. And yesterday I attended a virtual meeting for the Youth Municipal Alliance as a BOE liaison. Thank you.
I've been busy. All right, Finance, Jimmy?
Thank you. Finance Committee met on Tuesday, February 24th, remote at 6:30 p.m. In attendance, myself, Mrs. Maris, Mrs. Rafiz, Dr. Hopkins, Dr. Rivali, Mr. Bonanno, and Mr. Freed. The committee reviewed supplemental bills for the month of February that included Treasurer's report, Board Secretary's report, also the transfer reports as well, and it also included discussion about the charter school payments. We spent a lot of time over the financial audit. Mr. Freed discussed that with us, and we also heard some of the related findings to that report.
Thank you, Jimmy. Personnel, Nick?
Sure, mine was short this month. So our meeting started at 6 o'clock. I was present. Erica, Dennis Hopkins, Dr. Rivali, Brian Bonanno, and Colleen Devlin. So basically, we just went over the personnel report that's attached to the agenda, and we had a workers' comp matter that was discussed. The meeting ended at 6:30.
All right, we are up to curriculum now, and Erica is up next again.
Okay, Curriculum and Instruction Committee met virtually on February 9th at 6 p.m. Present were myself, Jennifer Welsh, Clara Wilson, Dr. Hopkins, as well as Dan Loughran, Dr. Rivali, Kelly Guerrero, and Hennessy Miles. New business discussed. The committee discussed the following proposals for board consideration. There was a Centenary University Middle School AI study that explores how middle school teachers are currently using artificial intelligence tools in their classrooms, as well as their perceptions, challenges, supports, needs related to integrating emerging tools into instruction. New courses, makeup artistry and intro to hair for makeup artist program in conjunction with RVCC, and that's for CTE. Students in grade 10 through 12 beginning September 2026. Guitar ensemble foundations for students grades 9 through 11, also beginning September 2026. Warrior singers for students grades 9 through 12. Also beginning September 2026, and wheel throwing 2 for students in grades 9 through 12, again beginning September 2026. Course name changes. 3D computer graphics will now be called Introduction to 3D Printing and Innovation Design to reflect the hands-on nature of activities reflected in the course scope and sequence, as well as 3D Computer Graphics 2 will now be called 3D Printing and Innovation Design 2 to reflect the hands-on nature of activities, again reflected in the course scope and sequence. The committee discussed the following items: introductory cosmetology course, as well as Unite PD Pathways Presenter Recognition, which you all saw presented earlier this evening, and the NJQ SAC report. The meeting concluded at 7:22 p.m.
Thank you. And our last committee report will be the ad hoc athletics. Jimmy, back on you.
Thank you. The committee met on Wednesday, February 18th, 7 p.m. virtually. Present was myself, Mrs. Inocencio, Mrs. Welch, Dr. Hopkins, Dr. Solomon, Dr. Valley, as well as the athletic director was there also. His name was,
yes, he was there.
but Mr. Brito was there as well. We discussed the coach's handbook. We're still refining and revising it. It should be ready by the 2026-2027 year. We also discussed sponsorship policy, which we're going to have to revise. We could have an opportunity down the road for naming rights for some of our facilities, which would garner more money for the school system. We discussed how our athletic teams were doing and what that looks like in comparison to what our expectations are. And finally, we were discussing some of the preliminary information around NIL. We're aware that there are some NIL changes that are going to be occurring specifically for high schoolers. So we want to make sure that we address that and we get on in front of that. That was it.
Thank you, Jimmy. All right, that completes our committee reports, and now we are into new business.
Okay, Mr. Chair, I make a motion to move in new business. That would be R1, monthly reports, M1, minutes of board meetings, A1, travel-related expense reimbursement, A2, affirm harassment, intimidation, and bullying decisions, A3, harassment, intimidation, and bullying decisions, case number 301-604, FPS 121-92025. Whereas HIB investigation case 301-604, FPS 121-92025 was reported to the Board of Education at the January Board of Education meeting, indicating the results of the investigation, also known as the superintendent's decision, and included any services provided, training established, or discipline imposed. And whereas the parties involved in case number 301-604, FPS 121-92025 were notified of the results of the investigation, superintendent's decision, and their rights to request a hearing before the Board of Education. And whereas a hearing before the Board of Education was requested and conducted in accordance with the Anti-Bullying Bill of Rights. And whereas the Anti-Bullying Bill of Rights provides the Board of Education the opportunity to affirm, modify, or reject the superintendent's decision on reported cases of harassment, intimidation, and bullying. Now, therefore, it be resolved that the Board of Education affirms the superintendent's decision with regards to case number 301-604, FPS 121-92025. Continuing on with A4, Franklin High School graduation site. A5, Franklin Middle School promotion site. A6, Read Across America Day. A7, donation. A8, resolution designating public notice locations. A9, revised bylaw, second reading and adoption. A10, revised policy, first reading. A11, revised regulation, first reading and adoption. A12, new regulation, first reading and adoption. A13, facilities use. Pages are stuck. B1, warrants and payrolls. B2, financial reports. B3, monthly financial certification. B4, contract approval. B5, change orders. B6, acceptance and adoption of the annual comprehensive financial report and annual management report for the fiscal year ending June 30th, 2025. B7, approval of the corrective action plans for the findings contained in the auditor's management report for June 30th, 2025. C1, out-of-district students, 2025-2026 school year. C2, field trip destinations. C3, field trip applications. C4, FHS and FMS athletic schedules. C5, Centenary University Middle School AI study. C6, course name changes. C7, new courses. P1, workman's compensation settlement. P2, personnel report number 8. And that is all.
All right, so we have a motion on the floor to move all M1, A1 through A13, B1 through B7, C1 through C7, P1 and P2. Any questions? Since there's no question, can I have a second?
Second.
So moved by Erica, seconded by Mahir. Brian, can we have roll call on this?
Mr. Demaglio.
No to M1B, and then abstain from B1 as it relates to Elizabeth Avenue, and yes to everything else.
That first one was M?
M1, section B, the minutes. M. Minutes. Right, Brian?
I apologize. M1B and personnel. Okay. Mr. Grippo.
Yes.
I apologize. Ms. Inocencio.
Yes.
Ms. Maris.
Yes.
Mr. Parker.
I recuse myself from A3, yes to everything else.
Ms. Rafiq.
Yes.
Ms. Welch.
Yes.
Ms. Wilson.
Yes.
And Dr. Hopkins.
Yes, and the motion carries. All right. We are now. Go ahead, Joe.
Thank you there, President. I just wanted to introduce the high school assistant athletic director who was just formally appointed as assistant athletic director. And his name is Jason Yanchuk. Congratulations, Jason.
Good evening, members of the Board of Education, Superintendent, Administration. I want to sincerely thank you for the opportunity to serve as the Assistant Athletic Director. I'm truly grateful for your confidence in me and for the chance to continue growing within a district and athletic program that helped shape me who I am today. I am a graduate of the class of 2006 from Franklin Township. I was born and raised here. This makes this moment especially meaningful to me. This community has helped me raise me, support me, and gave me opportunities to shape my path. For the past 14 years, I've had the privilege of giving back as an educator and head coach in this district. To now step into this leadership role in the same place that helped my foundations is truly an honor. Athletics has always been more than games, scores, and championships to me. It has been a classroom, a proving ground, and a community. It's taught me leadership, resilience, accountability, and the importance of relationships. The lessons I've learned through the sports have built me into the educator and leader I am today, and I'm honored to now step into a role where I can guide and support the experience for others. Over the years as a teacher and a head coach, I've had the privilege of working closely with our student athletes and their families. I've seen firsthand how powerful our programs can be by developing confidence, discipline, and character. I'm excited to continue that work in a broader capacity, supporting our coaches, strengthening our programs, and ensuring that our student athletes have the best possible experience both on and off the field. I look forward to working alongside our athletic director, Mr. Brito, our administrative teams in the high school and the middle school programs, our coaches, and our community partners to continue building programs that make our school proud. I'm especially excited about connecting with our current athletes and helping to inspire the next generation of future athletes who will one day represent our school. Thank you again for this opportunity. I'm committed to serve our students, our families, our community with integrity, energy, and dedication. I'm excited for what's ahead and proud to continue this journey in athletics together. Thank you.
Mr. President, if I may, since Jason brought it up, he mentioned the high school administration. I just thought you all should know that we have some really big news about our high school principal, who successfully defended her dissertation today at Seton Hall University. So the good doctor will be returning back to work tomorrow and officially will be Dr. Miles in a very short time as soon as she gets that diploma, but technically she's Dr. Miles now. She defended today. So congratulations to Hennessy and to her family. She really, she did a wonderful job. It is a labor of love, we all know that. Her project was magnificent. Dr. Solomon had the opportunity to be there alongside of her today, a graduate of Seton Hall as well, and listened to her defend, and he was oozing in pride when he came back this afternoon and described how the process went and how well she did. So congratulations to Hennessy, and I know she couldn't be here this evening, but I did want to share with the board the exciting news and with her staff and the world that Dr. Miles has arrived.
And let me just add on that, yes, it's a, just to see how she has developed in this district and now has propelled herself in her doctorate as Dr. Miles. And I guess in the near future, Dr. Vivaldi, that the website would indicate the change with the doctor.
Oh, I am sure of that. That person works for her over there, so.
All right, with that said, can I have a motion to open comments from the public on any topic?
I make a motion to open the public comments.
Second.
So moved by Nick, seconded by Lori, all in favor? So moved. Anybody can step up to the podium as stated, your name, address, and Dr. Solomon has a timer, so be mindful of that, and so you be mindful of the time that you have. Thank you.
Good evening. My name is Joseph Rudolph, 53 Evelyn Avenue in Franklin Park. The reason why I'm here tonight is because my son's been injured in school in this district, and I have not got any answers from the board. I've been here 3 times, and nobody has gave me any information, no feedback, no nothing. And it's not fair for a parent to not get information from this board that's supposed to support every student in this district. I think it's poor leadership. Everybody can say what they want, but I'm living proof. I went through the district. I know what goes on here. I live and breathe it. I work in this community. So I'm here to hear what you guys are going to do for my son and every kid in the district. My son's been hit, scarred for life on his face that doesn't go away. I brought pictures to this board a month or 2 months ago, didn't hear anything. Went to anti-bullying meetings, people tell me they can't say nothing. Well, I want to hear what you guys are going to do right now. Oh, respond at the end. I'll be waiting. Thank you. Have a good night.
Thank you. Anybody else?
Okay. Robert Rooney, 141 Hickory Road. No, I don't have anything prepared, so I'm just going to wing it. And it's way past my bedtime, so forgive me. But a lot of people have come out to support me tonight, so I felt like I should come up here and say something, especially in thanks for them. I can feel a lot of love and support from you guys, and I love you guys too. We've been together as a baseball family now for a lot of us for over 10 years. So I've coached at the Franklin Township Baseball League for 12 or 13 years now. I didn't do the math, but recently I had applied for the head coaching position at the high school. I know that a coach was introduced to the kids yesterday. I understand that. What I wanted to say was thank you for coming out and supporting me anyway. I know this has happened. It's fine. We'll continue to be a community, a family, and we'll continue to win baseball games together. I'm still going to coach your kids this summer like I always do. I'm not going to stop being a coach. I'm always going to be a coach. I'm always going to be here. I know we care about these kids. I personally take an interest in making sure that they grow up to be fine young adults. I love these kids. I've been with them for a long time. This year, we'll continue to play baseball. We'll go to our 4th regional tournament in Pine Grove, Pennsylvania, and I think that's a record that will probably never be beaten. That'll be 4 in the last 5 years for these kids. John Brewer he's here. I don't know if you guys know John, but he can correct me if I'm wrong. I think in the 73-year history of Franklin Township baseball, only one other team has gone for 1 year. I think that's right. We've gone 4 in 5 years now. And our hope is that we'll be in Branson, Missouri at the end of July representing Franklin Township for the 2nd time in 4 years at the Babe Ruth World Series, competing at an international level, which we did 2 years ago, and we're a top 8 finalist in the world. That's the level of talent. Sorry, a little nervous. I know I'm on TV. That's the level of talent that we have at Franklin High School playing baseball, and that's why we care so much about the kids. Talent aside, we love our kids. We want what's best for them, and that goes across all the kids. Each of these parents love each of the kids on the team equally, just like we're a family. So what I will say is what we want is the best for our kids. So if someone is coming in to coach them, the best thing we can do is support that person and give them a solid foundation to work from so that they can do the best job they can possibly do with our kids, not just given their talent level, because we know they're talented, but given who they are, the stage of life they're in, and where we expect them to go over the next whatever number of years of their life, because these are the years where they're going to form the character that's going to carry them into adulthood. So very important that whoever is going to be spending time with our kids, that we give them the support they need to make sure that they do that in the most effective way. So I'll leave it at that. I'll say I love you guys. I'll see you on the field this summer, and good night. Thank you.
Without my glasses, can't tell. Hi, everybody. Wendy Riga, 1 Markham Road, Somerset, New Jersey. First of all, congratulations, Jason. I'm super excited because he is a shot put coach. My son is a shot put kid, so I'm excited about that. Looking forward to all of those things. Congratulations to Miss Miles. I did not know that, so super happy about that. I actually did come here because of the President Council, but I also came here prepared to advocate for Rob Rooney. My kid is a shot put kid, but he did coach him a long time ago. He is fantastic. The kids respect him. I think the question I have is, I should know this because I'm graduating next year, but what is the process for hiring? Because I was a little disappointed to hear that someone had been picked before anyone even got to share that information or advocate for somebody who would be fantastic in the district as the baseball coach at the high school. And then what was the criteria for the person who was picked? So my son also sent a little message that even though Rob hasn't coached him in a long time, he said he still checks on me, which he thinks is a really great testament to his character. So that's all I wanted to say, and thank you. I won't dance tonight. I know I said if I...
Shino John, 20 Deerfield Road, Somerset, New Jersey. Friends, I'm in cancer recovery. My voice at about 50%. So I've learned not to say anything unless it needs to be said. And I'm also here to advocate for Rob Rooney. First, I want to just say, I read between the lines in the statements. I think Dr. Ravalli is stepping down, and I want to say thank you for 10 plus years of service on behalf of our kids. I believe over a decade of sacrifices and challenging decisions. And Dr. Ravalli, I say, I went to Rutgers with someone who worked for you, and the most powerful things are what people say when you're not in the room, and they have said fond, thoughtful things about your leadership and your advocacy for our kids. So I just want to thank you. Many other folks here deserve recognition, but Board President Dr. Hopkins, the members of the board, our superintendent, I want to begin by acknowledging and respecting the authority and the responsibility of the board in this process. I understand I sit on several boards. I understand you have a protocol to follow and all those things. My comments are not about process. My comments are about the culture and continuity and the alignment of our community. The Franklin Township Baseball League serves 400 young athletes each year, boys and girls. Over the last 10 years, we've served 2,000 students, a majority of which enter into our school system. The thought of having a baseball coach without any collective discussion about an entity within our township that mobilizes thousands of volunteer hours and hundreds of individuals and advocating for our students, I think we could do better. I think we could build a better future for Franklin. Mr. Grierbo, you said it. I'm one of those parents. I'm one of those parents that did not want my kids in Franklin. My kids fought me to come to Franklin. And they were in the number 3 ranked school in the state, and they went into this school. And I got to tell you, when I think of their decision and how much I fought it, I couldn't be more grateful that Dr. Solomon was there, was one of my kids' first principal. I'm proud of the transition that they made. But if you're trying to move up in the rankings and transform this school system ethos, it's got to be in partnership with the families that build it from the ground up. And Rob Rooney is one of those people. He's been involved in the lives of countless students that have entered this school system. He's fought for those with special needs to continue playing in baseball. I watched it. I coached alongside him. I volunteered alongside him. I've shoveled dirt alongside of him countless times. I don't even like baseball. I'm a mathlete. But I will tell you that I've watched him transform the character of countless students that have then transitioned to our school system. I couldn't be more proud to call him a leader within our community. And I'm here not just to advocate for Rob and to speak to his leadership of not just developing a student athlete, but developing a citizen of Franklin Township and the power that that represents for our communities and our people. My kids are in Franklin schools because he spoke to them about it. I want to say I'm here to speak to a future that is different. A future where if we're building a better school, we do it together. If we're building a better system that's going to transform and be innovative, think outside the box, bring technology to the forefront, and make sure every one of our students succeeds, we need to do it together. The parents that have a say, the families that have built this town from the ground up, we're here to help. We'll offer our time. And I think he's one of those that has done that countless times again. I want to thank you on behalf of the families who care deeply about the program. Rob and the leadership he represents, leadership rooted in community, rooted in mentorship, rooted in continuity, that the kid who met them at the age of 6 as the same group of people fighting for them when they turn 18 and they enter the workforce. And then we lead them forward together. That's what I'm here to speak to. A new future and a leader that represents what that future could be.
All right, do we have anybody else?
Seeing no one else, Mr. President, I move to close the public session.
So moved by Bill,
Second.
seconded by Maher. And before I pass it on to Dr. Vivaldi, I want to thank for all that came out to show the passion for this district. It's a voice that we need to hear, and we do hear you. Dr. Vivaldi.
Sure, thanks. Mr. Rudolph, thank you for your comments. Mr. Rooney, thank you for your comments. And Ms. Riga, with regard to process, I can tell you how the interview process works, or how the selection process works for co-curricular programs, interscholastic coaches. It's an application period. It's combing through applications, looking at years of experience, coaching in an interscholastic, intercollegiate environment, certifications, and then ultimately interviews, and that's usually conducted by a panel, athletic director, assistant athletic director, and typically a member or another member of the staff, usually coaches that might have some involvement in the program or previous involvement in the program. A recommendation is made to the superintendent's office through the personnel office, and then what happens is the personnel report is updated with that recommendation's name or recommendations names if it's multiple positions or whatever the case may be. Similar to a teaching position, nothing really is different. And then the board votes on each item on that personnel report, either yay or nay. That's it. That's the process. It's a superintendent recommendation and it's a board vote. So that we're clear, the legislation is, the board's responsibility is to say yay or nay. The recommendation has to come from the superintendent. So it ultimately is a superintendent making a recommendation. And then if the vote is a nay, then the process starts all over again. And we do have a posting time limit. We have to post for so many days for all of our positions, and all of that comes into play as well. So I can tell you that for each of our positions, be it teaching, coaching, what have you, the administrators do put in a great deal of time to make sure that they are selecting the right person within the window of time they have. So, and I believe that's it.
All right, we are on to the good of the order. Jimmy, you have anything?
I do. I actually have three things. First off, Rob, 100% thank you for everything you've done in the community. You've been a huge influence on my life because you've coached my son. We coached together, so I really appreciate you. And I will tell you that from a strategic standpoint, the Athletic Ad Hoc Committee, if you don't mind me saying, Dr. Solomon, is working on a stronger tie between our youth programs and our high school. So you'll be seeing some information come out very soon concerning that. It'll be detailed in our handbooks, and we'll make sure that the community is aware that you guys will see that. So the expectation is that there is a very, very, very strong tie to that process. And we show them through the line what success looks like, and moreover, continue to keep those strong figures in their lives. So thank you very much for everything you've done. Secondly, Read Across America, I implore you, read more with your kids. Whether you read to your kids or you read a book alongside your kids. I've done both. My kids are older now, they don't want me to do either one anymore, so that sucks. But I will be reading over at Franklin Park School next week, so I implore you, please take the time out. It's so important now with all the social media things that are out there, all the misinformation. Books are still our best way, not only to educate, but then to foster thought process and to also foster engagement and, for lack of a better term, processes and thought processes. And lastly, I don't normally do this, but a friend of mine asked me, had I discussed this recently at a board meeting? And I said no, I had not talked about it. So a little bit of a historical figure. It is the end of Black History Month. It is also the beginning of Women's Month. And with that, I would like to introduce you to Fanny Jackson Copen. She was born into slavery in 1837. Her aunt purchased freedom for her for $125 in DC. She was one of the first women to attend Oberlin College, which was one of the first colleges to accept African American and women. She also insisted on taking programs that were supposedly only for men, which would be mathematics, physics, Latin, and other languages. She is the first African American superintendent in the United States. She served in Philadelphia. That said, I think that we have some outstanding figures here in our community, and we should continually show them support and respect as we end African American Persons Month and begin Women's Month. Thank you.
That was a great transition from Black History Month to Women's Month, Jimmy. Great job. Jennifer, you have anything for the good of the order?
I'm afraid I do, even looking at the hour, sorry. First of all, I just wanted to thank the teacher leaders, which of course includes school counselors, that stepped up and gave their time. I'm looking at Ms. Fromme because she helped save one of my kids when they were at the high school. I am so pleased to be attached to Pine Grove Manor, and I just wanted to take a moment. I know we didn't do school reports, but they've been doing some amazing things this month. I'm so glad to get to be there. The teachers, the kids were insanely enthusiastic. The teachers are so amazing. I was there for their iReady celebration a couple of weeks ago. They had a data night where they explained in both languages the students' growth to the families to make sure that the families really were able to understand how their kids are learning and growing in school. And they actually today finished their Black History Month celebration with a living wax museum. I'm afraid I also would like to mention, as part of the Franklin 250 committee, along with Mr. Grippo and with Nick, the crossing is on Saturday night at SGS. This is a show that they're hoping it's going to have its world premiere in December, but you can see it here first for $10. Doors open, I think, 6:15. Is that what we're saying? And the show actually begins at 7. And you can also purchase the tickets online. These are professional actors as well as members of the community. And I was also asked to point out that on March 10th, the Franklin Women's Club is going to sponsor at 6:30 at the FHS cafeteria a talk by Cindy Williams Newsom, who has written a book about the history of the first African American community in Bridgewater that was settled in 1921 as part of the Great Migration. They have an RSVP date just for seating, and I've got the information if anybody wants. We can just reach out to the Women's Club.
Well done. Lori?
Well, I have very little, actually, because you said it all, Jen. But I do get to congratulate Coach Anchuk. Very happy to hear you taking this position. I know that the students are going to all be better for it, so thank you very much. Congratulations.
Are we ready?
You ready? I tell you, Mr. President, you're doing some heck of a job. I'll be reading in all the schools this week. I'm looking forward to wearing my Dr. Seuss hat. I went on Amazon yesterday and I bought a couple of Dr. Seuss shirts. I had to get double X this year, Robert. I represent Elizabeth Avenue School as a board member, and I was at their meeting. And besides all the wonderful things they're doing for kids, Greg Romero gave, and his vice principal gave such a detailed report on student achievement. Dan, you should get it from him. I mean, really, you could see the growth. He had all the bar graphs, and boy, he was as good as Dan Loughran. I actually knew what was going on at the end of that meeting. It was really, I'm proud of that school. You know, I'm going to go there and read this week. I'm really proud of the YMCA giving an award to Franklin Township for community support. This is another achievement of Dr. Ravalli, I introduced him to the Y officials, and he took that and ran and put our after-school program with the Y. And during the pandemic, the Y was fantastic. I just want you to know that we are going to bring a YMCA into Franklin Township. So this is not my Board of Ed role speaking. This is Bill Grippo speaking. This town needs a YMCA because of the very things you parents are doing, the very things that the high school athletic program's doing, the Warrior for Life is doing. The Y is a center of a town. And a town this big deserves a YMCA. Now, my passion stems from water safety. I've personally been involved with burying 3 kids who drowned, and 2 of them I raised money for their funeral. Nick DeMegno helped me. This is a terrible thing that we don't have this facility here. And I will keep saying this until I'm dead, that this town will have a Y. We got the location right here on this property. Right when you drive out, that's the location, 10 acres. So speak it up, and congratulations. I'll be at the ceremony. They'll give you a plaque. And then as far as baseball, I always loved it, but I went to catch a ball once when I was the first baseman. It hit me in the head, then I never went back. But anyway, the Franklin 250, I think Jen mentioned it, they're having a baseball night at Patriots Stadium on August 15th. We have 500 tickets. Rob, I will donate 10 tickets to any students you want to give to. Just let me know. That's August 15th. They're $10 a ticket. I'll buy $100 worth and give them to you, as long as the kids go, because we want to fill the stadium. This is where we're honoring Franklin Township for its 250th anniversary. And it's good for those kids to see a Yankee-affiliated organization, because it's one of the farm leagues. It's a major connection there. So you guys are doing great work. Don't get disappointed in any ripple along the way. This is just part of life, and we've got to have our kids really develop character. What a great time for America with these Olympics to see what can be done, and our kids can do it. That's what I believe. So, thank you.
Mahir.
So I realize all the busy activities. I was in wrong order. I said it after the committee report. So I'll just go back to when I went to see SpongeBob, which was an absolutely amazing talent. And not only on the acting side, but the production of it, the SpongeBob, the pineapple, the license plate. It was just beautiful. And Mrs. Solomon gave me a wonderful tour of the backstage. So that was wonderful. And I think I said everything else before, right? Is that good?
You good.
Okay.
All right, Clara.
We have so many great things going on in this district, from our PD to SpongeBob musical and all our Franklin 250 events from last Saturday and this coming Saturday. We also have Read Across America Week next week. I'll be reading at Franklin Park in Claremont. In celebration, as Claremont's liaison, Claremont is holding a pajama jam for CES families next Wednesday evening on March 4th, and that's filled with read aloud, and crafts led by some of our amazing CES teachers. Registration is required, so don't just show up in your pajamas. And as the weather warms up, I'm really looking forward to getting our kids and us outside and off our screens. I also want to say, as library liaison, their board meeting was yesterday, Wednesday, February 25th. And the library discussed a partnership or possible partnership with the Franklin Township Astronomy Club to acquire a telescope that would be housed at the library and possibly loaned out to library patrons. So I thought that was cool.
Thank you, well done. Nick?
Okay, so yes, SpongeBob, what a great event. I got to see that with Dr. Loughran, Dr. Ravalli, Claire, and of course, Mr. Grippo. Really nice job. That lighting was amazing. They did an excellent job. I want to give kudos to Debbie and Wendy, who are here tonight with the PTSO. They did a phenomenal job. Lori and I were at the designer bag bingo. I actually won this time, first time. And I say, there's a reason why in 18 years in the district, I never did a bag bingo or a tricky tray. There's just too much work. And that's... I mean, I love what I do, but there's just too much work. So kudos to you two and the PTSO. Great job. And good money. And I'm sorry, Project Grad too. The Franklin High School is having their girls' night out event on March 26th, right? So please join that event. The spring musical is The Heights this year, March 5th to March 15th. That'll be a great performance. And tomorrow night, we have the book signing, remember, at the high school at 4 o'clock for Matthew Rodriguez. That's the young gentleman. He's now a junior. Came from Hillcrest. So please try to join that. And congratulations to Jason. Good job. Thank you very much.
You up, Erica?
Okay, just two things. I also attended SpongeBob. I don't miss a show. My girls and I don't miss a show. And it was so great. The set was amazing. And I know folks have said it, but it really was a step up from what I've seen even in the past. So it was a great job. The students did a great job. We had a good time. Looking forward to In the Heights. Again, I don't miss a show. And that's one of my favorites, actually. So looking forward to that. And just, I want to say, I know Dr. Ravalli said it earlier, but just a big thanks to our buildings and grounds crew who obviously put in a tremendous amount of work to get us ready and open. A shout out to the township as well. It was a lot of work. Definitely not as bad as what they got in New England. My family's up in Providence, Rhode Island, still shoveling out. The kids are out of school all week. They got like over 3 feet of snow. So just a little perspective. It wasn't too bad here, right? And hopefully this is the end of it. I swear, I don't want to see my shovel again. So hopefully this is the end of it. But thanks again to all the work that was put in. I know it's a lot of work. I can't imagine, but just really want to show my appreciation for all the work that they had to do this week. And that's it.
All right. Thank you, Erica. I have a couple of things. As Jimmy did a nice job ushering us in from Black History Month to Women's History Month. Look forward with some of the activities and events that may come with that. I also want to give kudos to all the presenters tonight. Congratulations, Jason. You'll be another nice tool that the students will have and look up to, since you are a product. And I know that the passion will be there. And just like when Coach came up and talked about foundation, I'm a big believer with building capturing our kids while they are young, be it athletics, education, because anything you build on that they'll become a great citizen. Sometimes, yes, you have some late bloomers, but to try to capture them at the junior and senior age group. They are who they are at that point. And yes, and now going back full circle back to the SpongeBob, it was to see that age group perform like they perform. It was a wow factor for me, and that's why we as board members, whenever we get a chance and have the opportunity to help provide the resources via facilities, equipment, whatever the case may be, to bolster the programs that we have in the district. We're going to try our best to, if it's within our purview, we're going to try to vote on to provide that so that the teachers, the coaches will have those items to keep bolstering this program. And we are moving forward. It seems like just from all areas, I'm just beaming to see how this district is continually to try to separate themselves from others. So I want to thank those who came out for support, passion, presentation, and showing us your care for this particular district. So my hats, and we do hear you. And with that said, meeting adjourned.